Welcome again to the Just Talk with Rachel Nekati, and we are continuing on our discussion on how to identify your emotions. It's very important. Remember, we want to master our lives. We want to master ourselves. So we need to take steps to understand what we feel, why we feel it, and how we can make ourselves feel better. How can you successfully know how you are feeling? Tip number 1, accept your emotions. You need to appreciate that the way you feel is the way you feel. It's counterproductive for you to argue with your feelings, for you to argue with your emotions. Have you sometimes had yourself saying, I'm feeling sad, but I don't really want to feel sad. I don't know why I am feeling sad. What are you now doing? You are even having an argument with yourself. You are denying the fact that you are feeling sad. There is nothing wrong to feel sad. There is nothing wrong to feel angry. However, the fact that you are feeling a certain way does not define you as a person. You are experiencing or feeling that emotion. It is not defining you as a person. That is why you can control your emotions. In the previous episode, we talked about your emotions being password protected. The reason being that you can choose to behave in any way you choose to. Remember that you are not your emotions. Whatever you are feeling, that's what you are feeling at that point in time. And try and identify which part of your body is basically feeling that. Do not argue with it. Other people would have mouth ulcers, others will have headaches, others will have a chronic back pain, others will lose their voices, others will have stiff neck. That's what I experience. When I am experiencing negative emotions, the first thing that my body does would be pressure on my shoulders and neck. My shoulders and neck will be so stiff, and immediately I will know that there is something that I need to deal with. There is an emotion that I need to handle so that that particular pain can go away. Let's now look at tip number 2. Journal your emotion. Sit down and identify your interactions. Reflect on the people that you met. Reflect on the conversations that you have heard. I personally have undertaken that particular project. I've got a journal where every single day I am writing how I felt, with who, and what is it that I've learned. Because one thing that I must say to you is that has been an enlightening exercise. That has been an enriching activity because it forces me to sit down and reflect. And I am learning a lot about myself and also about the people that I interact with. What are the advantages of that? The advantages of that is that I can now know when I am becoming unreasonable. I can now know when I am becoming unrealistic with my expectations. And also, I'm aware of the people that I need to spend less time with. Because if my interactions with a particular person results in a negative emotion on my side, that is feedback. That is something that I need to do something about. And it's only me. Remember, this is self-mastery. It's me sitting behind the steering wheel of my car. It is only me who can decide who to spend my time with, how much time to spend with that particular person. And again, I've got a choice. I don't have to make anybody a priority and making myself an option. So the reason why you need to journal your emotions is because you will be enlightened. You will get to understand yourself better. You understand your patterns of behavior, and you also understand how certain interactions, certain people make you feel, so that you can protect your peace, so that you can make the right decisions going forward as to how you want to spend your time. Tip number 3, accept your strengths and weaknesses. It's very natural for us to highlight things that we are good at, our strengths, our high points. And when it comes to the weaknesses, we want to water them down. Remember this, no one is perfect. You are not perfect, neither am I perfect. So when you identify your weaknesses, take it as feedback. Take it as something that you need to work on. Because unless you work on your weaknesses, you are not going to have positive interactions with people, and as a result, is going to trigger negative thoughts, which will result to negative emotions. Acknowledge that it is okay to make mistakes, and be a big person by apologizing when you have done something wrong. Owning up to one's faults, owning up to one's mistakes is a strength. And if you are always passing the buck, if you are always pointing fingers, if you are finding it difficult to accept that you are wrong, then it means that there are certain issues, internal issues, pathological critiques, things that are in your mind which you need to deal with. Because a normal person would understand that when you've done something that is wrong, you need to apologize. At the end of the day, we are social beings, we are social creatures, and we need a community. We need to have good interpersonal relationships with people. And therefore, if we are finding it difficult to establish good relationships by always pushing people's buttons, by always passing the buck, then we need to master ourselves. This is what the Self-Mastery Coaching Program is all about. In the Self-Mastery Coaching Program, there are tools that I use which are going to heighten your self-awareness. You will know what you are good at, and you will know your blind spots. You will know how other people perceive you. You will know what it is that you need to do to master yourself. If you are interested in the Self-Mastery Program, please click the link below so that you can find out on our practical and enriching program. Tip number 4, be open to feedback. No man is an island. We live with people. When we talk about understanding yourself, it's not about you expressing who you think you are or what you think you do. It's also about how other people see you. How open are you to feedback? When people tell you what they like, how do you respond? Do you only highlight the things that you like? How about when people tell you the things that you need to improve? Are you quick to defend yourself? Are you quick to say, you don't know me? There are other people who know me much better? Or are you open? You are probing further, saying, tell me more. What is it that I've done that makes you feel that way? What do you think I need to do so that I can be a different person? Well, if you want to identify your emotions, you also need to be open to feedback, because we've got blind spots. We've got areas where at times we are not aware of. We do things without realizing the impact it has on other people. So be it with your family members, be it with your colleagues, be it with your friends, be it in any interaction that you have, make sure that you make it a habit to solicit feedback, because by so doing, you will understand your emotions better and understand why you do things the way you do. The final tip is that be aware of your value system. Be aware of your beliefs. Take some time and look at where your belief system is coming from, where your values are coming from. Because if you don't sit back to understand your belief system, you are going to hold on to wrong views, which will in turn trigger negative thoughts, which will result to negative emotions. Because our thoughts are also influenced by our belief system. Our thoughts are also influenced by how we view the world. And those belief systems, if we are not aware of what it is that we believe, what views we hold, then we are going to have a challenge in identifying why we feel the way we feel. Well, I hope this has been very informative. If there's anything that you would like me to talk about in terms of how you can identify your emotions, how you can understand your emotions, please leave the comment below, and I'll be more than willing to engage with you, or to maybe have another video where I can talk about any particular situation, any particular topic that is of interest to you. This is the Just Talk with Rachel. Remember to subscribe and share this video with as many people as you can as we embark on this journey of helping one person one day at a time.